Welcome back, everybody. This is the Jonnymar, and I am continuing with Pokemon Blue, my complete Pokedex journey. So my last episode, we got here to Lavender Town, and we also got access to the Name Rater, which means now I can rename some of these Pokemon I've had that I caught in previous episodes and were named with nicknames. So we renamed Mew as Mirage, we renamed Geodude as Dude, and then we also renamed one more Pokemon as well, which is this Pokemon. That is not Pikachu, it is Clefairy, but was renamed Pikachu. So now that we've done all that, I think I'm up to date on my nicknames for current Pokemon that I've caught. So we will continue to keep track of that as we go forward. And remember, if you want to name a Pokemon I've caught, let me know in the comments. I also have 29 out of 66 seen so far. Alright, so now I've switched back to my main party here of Diglett, Squirtle, and Pikachu, as well as my Farfetch'd for Cut. And also a new HM we're going to be picking up in this episode. And we're going to head to the west now of Lavender Town. We're going to skip the Poke Tower for now. And we are going to take on one of these trainers because we have to do at least one in order to progress on this route. So I usually do the woman at the top. Now I'm not going to be fighting these trainers again, similar to a few other routes that I've skipped in previous episodes. We're going to skip these trainers because I want to save the experience for a few Pokemon I'm going to be picking up in this episode, actually. So this trainer has 2 Clefairies, and she is quite proud of them. So we're going to take them out very quickly by diggling with our Diglett. They're not going to stand up to our level 33 Diglett. Was getting closer and closer to level 40, which will allow it to learn Earthquake, and then I will actually let it evolve. But down goes both Clefairies, and Diglett grows up to level 34. Woo! 6 levels to go. Stop. I'm not being mean to them. You're the one who started the battle with me. No. Not yet, Diglett. So there are a lot of trainers on this route, but fortunately we can skip all of them by going through the middle of the route through a patch of grass. And yeah, Clefairy does evolve if it's exposed to a Moonstone. So we have to hack through this bush here, and then in the middle is the grass patch. You can catch some wild Pokemon if you want. A lot of the ones we've seen before, although now you can also catch Mankey, Growlithe, and Vulpix. So Growlithe is exclusive to red, while Vulpix is exclusive to blue. We will be catching a Vulpix in this episode. That is one of the Pokemon I will be adding to my party. So we need a fire type. I mean, we don't need a fire type. You certainly could offset it with something like a flying type. But I like to have both in my party. So to the west is Saffron City, but we actually can't get into Saffron because the roads are still blocked. So we have to use this underground path, similar to when we went from Cerulean City down to Vermilion before. That's going to be changing very soon. Now if we go 35 spaces to the west of the stairs here, second row from the top, we'll find a hidden item. So in order to access Saffron in the middle of the map, you need to give the guards in the watchtowers a drink. As we pick up a nugget here. And there's actually one more hidden item here in the underground path. You have to go all the way down to the bottom row, and you have to head to the east about 19 spaces. But in Celadon City, which is the next city we're going to go to, there's a massive department store, a fancy mall, so to speak. Where's this hidden item? I know it's around here somewhere. There it is, an elixir. But on the top floor of the Celadon Mall, there is a vending machine that you can buy drinks from. And if you buy a drink and give it to the guards, they will allow you to now access Saffron City. So we'll be doing that. I'm actually not going to show off all of what Celadon has to offer. We're just going to do a few things in Celadon, kind of get a taste of what it has to offer, and then we are going to go back, after getting a few new Pokemon, to the previous paths we've skipped in order to clean them out of their experience. But this is Route 7. Again, similar Pokemon, although we've switched in an Oddish and a Bellsprout compared to the previous route. Now we're going to head into Celadon City, one of the largest cities in the world. And we're going to head up to the north and around to the back of one of these large buildings. And this is actually the Game Freak headquarters, the people who made the game. So if you come in from the other side of the building, you can talk to a bunch of people that are representative of the developers. But if we go in through the back door, which is the secret door, there is a man who knows everything at the top. And he will tell you to trade with other people. Breaking the fourth wall here in this building. Yes, we do trade, although I'm not trading with friends, so to speak. I'm trading with myself. But there is a pamphlet here telling you about the 50 TMs in the game, as well as the 5 HMs. And being Gen 1, you cannot reuse TMs yet. They are one use only. But more importantly, we get an Eevee. This is a very rare Pokemon. Because we can't breed Pokemon in this game, not till Gen 2. Basically, we have to pick up 3 Eevees over the course of 3 playthroughs of this game. Now, there is actually an Eevee much later in the game you can get with the Mew glitch, but I tend to just do 3 playthroughs of the game. I do the blue playthrough and then 2 playthroughs of red to get 3 Eevees, to get all of the evolutions of that particular Pokemon. And being named Bolt, you might figure out what Pokemon I'm going to evolve it into. On the blackboard here, we have some information about the various things you can do with a Game Link cable. We're not going to be doing that sort of thing right now. Alright, so if we're going to evolve our Pikachu as well as our Eevee, we need some special items from the department store here. Before we head in there, we want to pick up another HM. So to get that, we need to head to the west. Now we can't continue on to the direct west because there is a Snorlax blocking the way. And we can't wake up Snorlax yet, so Cycling Road will have to wait. But instead we're going to head to the back end of this route. We're going to cut through this bush. And this is another patch of grass here on Route 16 where you can catch another new Pokemon, which is Doduo. Now we'll pick that up later in the game once we actually take on Cycling Road. For now, we're not worried about getting that Pokemon. But this is another secret path, and it leads to one of the HMs, which is HM2, a very important HM in this game, at least for quality of life purposes. So we head into this house. There is a person here who's been trying to hide, I guess, as a celebrity or something. And they don't want us to tell anyone about the fact that they're here. So they're going to give us a Pokemon HM to bribe us to keep quiet. So they give us HM2, which is the ever-popular and powerful Fly ability. So this allows you to transport yourself back to any town, which makes travel in this game significantly easier. So we're going to be teaching that to our Farfetch'd. So now it's going to take up 2 of our HM slots. So it'll be able to cut as well as use Fly, which is going to make moving around a lot easier. Next up, we're going to head into the department store. Again, I'm not going to explore the entire department store. I'm just going to grab a couple of key things. And then once we come back to Celadon after cleaning out those previous routes, I'll show off the whole city and kind of what it has to offer, including all of the department store. There is a lot here. There's a lot of stuff that's for sale. There's a lot of people inside that you can talk to, and there's a lot of items that you can pick up. So again, we're going to cherry pick here how we're going to access this particular place. There's only 2 particular items that I'm interested in, and that is a Thunderstone, 2 of them actually, and then also I want to go to the roof and get the drinks for the guards to allow us to access Saffron. So this vendor here sells stones. Elemental stones allow certain Pokemon to evolve. We're going to grab 2 of the Thunderstones, 1 for my Pikachu and 1 for my Eevee. So let's give the first one to Pikachu and allow it to evolve. Now if you're playing Pokemon Yellow and you have the default Pikachu from the beginning of the game, it will refuse to evolve if you try to use a Thunderstone on it. You actually have to trade a Pokemon, a Pikachu from outside the game, in order to have it evolve. But now we got Raichu. And then we're also going to evolve our Eevee into my second favorite Pokemon in the game, which is the Jolteon, a very fast, very powerful special attacker. Now, unfortunately, Jolteon does not learn a very good Thunder ability until much later, so we're actually going to be teaching it Thunderbolt. But here is my Raichu. You'll notice it got a pretty significant boost to its speed as well as its special attack. And Jolteon as well is one of the fastest Pokemon in the game, and also has a very good special stat. Can also learn a few interesting abilities like Double Kick and also Pin Missile, which have some interesting uses if you choose to utilize those abilities. But here on the roof we have the vending machines, and this guy notes that he has a little sister who is a trainer. And if you talk to her, she will note that she is very thirsty, and she wants something to drink. Well, I guess we'll have to give her something. The vending machine has 3 options: water, soda, and lemonade. We're going to grab 1 of each and also an extra copy of the fresh water. So we're going to give 1 of each to the little girl, and she will actually reward us with a TM, a different one for each different type of drink you give her. And then we need 1 drink for the guards to access Saffron City. And these TMs that she gives you are actually some of the best in the game. Now on the back of the sprite, what is that? I've always saw it as wings, but is she carrying little Pokemon dolls, or what are those things to the side of her where her arms are? But first up, we get Ice Beam, which is a very powerful ability that we're going to be hanging on to till later in the game. For Soda Pop, she will give us TM 48, which lets you learn Rock Slide, another pretty good ability. And then for the last one, we're going to give her Lemonade, and then she will give us TM 49, which will allow a Pokemon to learn Tri-Attack. So again, all pretty good TMs if you choose to use them. We're going to be saving them for now. So now we're going to head back to the Poke Center because we need to do a few more things here before we head out to the previous routes we've been to. Alright, so we're back at the Poke Center, and we want to teach Thunderbolt to my Jolteon. We've swapped Jolteon into the party now for my Pikachu. Pikachu has served its purpose. We are not going to be using Pikachu any longer for the rest of the game. And then we have 1 more Pokemon that we want to swap into our party, but we actually have to catch it first. So in this grass over here to the east, we're actually going to catch a Vulpix. But before we do that, let's give the fresh water to the guard here so that we can now access Saffron City. Again, we're not going to do a ton there. I'm just going to go in to access the city and get it as a fly point, and then we'll come back out. I like how the guy is like, I'll share it with the other guards. There's like 4 guards. He's going to share 1 little bottle of water with them all. That's not too much. Now, Saffron has actually been taken over by Team Rocket because of Sylph Corporation, which is here and makes a lot of the Pokemon equipment. But alright, let's go catch a Vulpix. I'll meet you back here. So I found a Vulpix, and it's at the perfect level, which is 20. I don't want a level 21 Vulpix because then it will learn Roar, which actually will kick you out of battle if it uses it within a wild Pokemon encounter. And that is one of the most annoying things about trying to catch a Growlithe. Similar to Abra, which will often use Teleport to get out of battle if you're trying to catch it. Growlithe will use Roar to actually knock your Pokemon out of battle. But we are going to rename this Vulpix to a new nickname, which is Kurama. And we're going to add it right into my party and start building it up along with my Jolteon. So now we have 2 brand new party members in my party, and both are going to be long-term investments towards the end of the game. So we might as well start building them up right now. So that means backtracking. We're going to head back to those previous routes, and we're going to start taking on all of those trainers I skipped to level up my Vulpix as well as my Jolteon. Alright, so we're going to fly. Use our new fly ability that we learned from HM2. And we're going to head back to Vermilion City. We're going to take on that route. We're going to take on the trainers north of Lavender and then also to the west of Lavender. But we'll start doing that all in my next episode. As always, viewers, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for the continued support. And I'll see y'all next time as we start to level up our Jolteon as well as our Vulpix. So long. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press like and leave a comment below. Please also subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell. See you next time.